Greetings, it's the African witch bitch. Hi, hoodoo practitioner. Okay, so let me go ahead and get started because y'all know that I pride myself on being quick, but this video is going to run a little bit longer than my other videos because this one is that big boy. This is that big dick energy spell right here. This is the one you pull out when you done had it up to here and you're ready to put in some serious work to fix a situation. This is called a tongue spell. Some people call it beef tongue spells, but for the sake of this spell, I'm using a pig's tongue. And the reason why I'm using a pig's tongue is because the motherfucker who's the target of this one is a fucking pig. He deserves it. I'm doing this for a client, but when she told me her situation, and she told me what her husband, her ex-husband, well, soon to be ex-husband, was doing to her, I had no choice but to bust out the big uns, okay? This right here is that big dick energy spell. Like I said, this isn't for the faint of heart. This isn't for one of those fluff jobs, spells that shove candy, cotton candy up your ass. No, this right here is when you want to get elbows deep in some work, okay? So let me get started. Now, for the sake of this spell, this is not a tutorial. I mean, it's sort of a tutorial because I'm teaching you, but I'm actually doing a ritual right now. And so I'm going to show you exactly step by step how it's done. I'm going to show you my ingredients and I'm going to explain step by step how I'm doing this. So this is what you're going to need. And I'm also going to put the description, the ingredients in the description box below. Yeah, he needs this. He deserves this one. Side note, I'm always getting compliments about my lips. Thank you for the compliments. But that's courtesy of Thai Essentials. Young lady who started her own business, youngster too. She's so sweet, so beautiful. And she makes beauty products. And I bought them and I am very pleased. So I will also leave the link to her site. Very, very affordable. You know I'm a cheap bitch. I'm not going to be spending a whole bunch of money. Very affordable. So I will leave the link in the description box below. So you're always talking about how sexy and juicy my lips are. You can thank Ty for that. Okay, let's get started. What you are going to need, first and foremost, before you do anything, make sure you're in the right mind frame. If you just got you some good dick and you're on cloud 9 and you're happy, bitch, no. No, that's not the time to do the spell. You do it when you're good and pissed off. If you're really, really super happy and go lucky, that's beautiful. Watch some Fox News and look at Trump. It might piss you off. I don't know what your political affiliation is, but when she told me this, I had to reread our communications. I had to speak with her and I wanted her to walk me through because I need all of my negative energy, all of my pissed offology to be in this bitch, okay? Because this bitch that I'm putting in this bitch deserves it. Now, I'm not calling, I use the word bitch. To me, the word bitch is person, place, or thing. If I'm like, hey, you my bitch, that's a compliment. That's my friend. If I'm like, bitch, fuck you, that could be my friend too. It all just depends on how you use it. But I'm gonna feel like you a straight up bitch. I just insulted you. Or I'm talking about this bitch right here. But the bitch that I'm putting in this bitch deserves it because he's a whole ass bitch for the way he treated his wife. Ladies, have you ever dated a narcissist? A person who shows up in your life, and I'm not just only speaking to the ladies, fellas, this applies to you too, but for the sake of this spell, I'm speaking to the ladies or anybody who's ever dated a person who shows up in their life as Prince Charming or Princess Charming. All of a sudden they flip it and now they turn into a fucking nightmare. Well, this dude thought it was a fantastic idea to meet a woman. And he started being Mr. Prince Charming for the first year or two that they were together. Then all of a sudden he turned into the straightest dick on earth and decided it was a fantastic idea to beat her. Yeah, he was extremely abusive. He beat 2 babies out of her stomach. And when she finally did give birth to her 2 kids, now he want to divorce her and take the children. Not that he wants the kids because he's a shitty father. No, he just wants to torture her. His number one goal in life is to fuck hers up. So she's going to court for custody. I'm finna put in some work. Okay, so this is what you're going to need. A beef tongue or a pig's tongue. This is a pig's tongue, but you can use a beef tongue if you can't find a pig's tongue. If you're not doing work because you hate the person, if you're just doing work and you just want to win your court case and you don't have any ill feelings towards the other side, use a beef tongue. But if you think the person is a fucking pig and they deserve to that strong ass heat, use a pig's tongue. All right. So you need you a knife. And while you're doing this, you're thinking and you're putting all of your intent. I'm not finna cut this knife like I'm cutting birthday cake. No, bitch, you going in. And you cut this bitch and you cussing up in this motherfucker too. And you want to beat women and steal children from their mother? Mm-hmm. And you gonna feel me, bitch. But also, you guys, before you even start working, I already did this prior to this video, but before you even start working, you got to cleanse. I keep forgetting to do that because I do, all of my stuff is pre-cleansed already. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to cleanse. Okay? I have me a charcoal disc. I just activated it, as you can see. And I have some frankincense resin. Then that's going to let off a fragrance. All of my herbs are pre-cleansed. You see, I'm still in a pissed off mood, right? So next you're going to need you some, you open this bitch up, you sliced it down, and I need you to spit in it 3 times. Like I said, this ain't for the faint of heart. This is some big dick energy spell work, okay? Motherfucker. Cuss this motherfucker out. Get you a petition paper. You know, I always like to use, like paper bags and shit like that. I don't go out and spend a whole bunch of money on fancy stationery. No, this is hoodoo. You don't need all of that. On this petition paper, you're going to write down his name, whoever you're going into court up against. For the sake of this spell, I'm writing her funky ass husband's name. You're going to fold it away from you once. You're going to turn it counterclockwise, fold it away from you again. You're going to turn it counterclockwise and fold it away from you again. Then you're going to put this hoe to the side. Then you're going to grab the name of his attorney. You have to have the names of all these people, the full name of his attorney. You're going to fold this bitch away from you, turn it counterclockwise, fold it away from you, turn it counterclockwise, fold it away from you again. Then you're going to have any witnesses that's going to be on his side to testify against you. That is very important. Right now, I have his punk ass, bald-headed ass mama. She knows she raised a wife beater. Any mom worth their weight in salt would try to hold their kid accountable. But her, my baby can't do any wrong. Bitch, please. You going in this bitch. Turn it counterclockwise 3 times. Remember that. She knows she raised the whole ass bitch. And then I'm going to put his big bloated ass, badly built ass sister. If you don't have, what really works is pictures. If you have pictures of these people, even better. But if you don't have pictures, you can use petition papers. Okay. You take these petition papers that you wrote and you stick them inside the tongue. Stick them in there. Don't even matter how you stick them in, as long as they get in there. You use some commanding oil. I actually make this. This is African Witch Bitch commanding oil. Like I stated, I think I'm going to start selling this on my website when I finish getting it built, like maybe $4 or $5 for a vial of it. And you pour it in there. As you're doing this, remember, you're cussing. Fuck you, you dirty son of a bitch. You dirty motherfucker. You're going to add poppy seeds for confusion. This confuses the words that are coming out of the attorney's mouth and the witness's mouth against you. You know he was a straight up bitch. Black peppercorns, because you bring in the heat. You want to burn his ass up. And I'm using 3 different kind of peppers for this particular spell. It don't necessarily have to be peppercorns, but these are highly effective. I'm using cayenne pepper. Son of a bitch, piece of shit ass motherfucker. Want to hit women? I'm gonna hit your ass with the whammy bammy. And I'm using red pepper flakes. Bitch ass bitch. And every time you hit her, I'm gonna hit your ass. And some Szechuan pepper corns. These things are really hot. So please be careful not to touch your face or your eyes. Or go to the bathroom and wipe your cooch or your peen if you haven't washed your hands first. Trust me, you will burn your ass up. Last but not least, good old-fashioned African Witch Bitch hoodoo powder. And I make this my damn self. This is going to be on the website too. This is so he stays the fuck away from her and these kids. If you want to drive somebody away, hot foot powder, baby. That's the way to do it. You don't necessarily have to sour their life, but you want them to go the hell away from you. Hot foot powder. Next is some lime or lemon wedges because you want to sour this whole thing so for on his behalf so that it goes in your favor. Oh, excuse me. This is quite potent. If you're ever in the room doing this, it's quite potent. Quite potent. I have 3. For the mama, the sister, and the attorney. And his ass too. This big one is for his big ass, built ass mama. Squeeze all the juice up in there. All right, you're going to get you some black thread. I have some black thread. Ladies, if you ever can go to the beauty supply and get you some weave thread, this shit works wonders because it's really, really strong. It don't necessarily have to be black, but I find that this works better. You're going to fold this bitch in half and you're going to bind it away from you. I'm doing it away from me. Then I'm going to turn it, excuse me, I'm sorry. Then I'm going to turn it counterclockwise, bind it again, and then I'm going to bind it again so that it's completely bound, right? As I'm sitting this right here, I'm going to take all the herbs that I used before, and I'm going to sprinkle it on the outside. And as I'm doing it, I'm cussing this motherfucker out. You make sure you call their name. And you think about being in that court, listening to the judge rule in your favor. You think about all the fucked up shit that person did. You think about how they deserve this. How dare they bring you to court when they know they're wrong and they want to sit up and lie and create a whole narrative against you and you ain't did nothing? Oh, baby, yes. So you want to beat women? You want to dog women out? Sprinkle some more hot foot powder on this. Last but not least, you get you something sharp. You can use pins. I'm using toothpicks for the sake of this spell. And you stab this bitch as many times as you need. There's no set time. As you keep doing it until you feel satisfied. Bitch ass. And you cussing every single step of the way. If you don't cuss, then I'm sorry. Shit, I do. But if you don't cuss and you don't feel comfortable using profanity, that's fine too. Just do it to your liking. Last but not least, and I don't have one right here, so I'm going to go grab one right now. You're going to need a black chime candle or a tapered candle. If you do not have black, you can use white to substitute any color. But I'm going to get a candle. Excuse me. Oh, shut up. Everybody wear drawers, and I live alone. Hell, if you have a problem with panties, you can kiss my whole ass. Anyway, stick that candle in this bitch. And if you really want a booster, you take some commanding oil and anoint that bitch, but you do it away from you. You do it away from you. And remember, every time when you're doing this, all throughout the process, you're cussing this motherfucker out. You're putting your energy into it and you're letting it be known that you are not, that you're pissed off and you want your results. You want to be victorious in court. Not only are you picturing being victorious in court, you're also picturing how this person is not going to win because they do not deserve it. And it's unjust. Now, if you're one of those motherfuckers who robbed 10 banks and you want to get off, this ain't the spell for you. This is for people who are unjustly being brought to court. Okay? Then you get a lighter. You light the candle. and you sit here and you put your intent in this bitch for as long as you need to put your intent. You're going to let this candle burn out all the way down and let the wax drip on the candle. Once this is done, you're going to fold all of this up, stick it in the freezer until it's solid block frozen. Their words are frozen. Their intent is frozen. They're not going to be successful in court. They're going to be scattered. The defense is just going to be completely not prepared. Every lie they open their mouth to tell against you is going to be scattered and confused to the point where they're going to have a shitty ass case against you. Stick this in the freezer until it's frozen block. You're going to take it out and you're going to take it to the cemetery, open it up and leave it out in nature and walk away and do not look back. If you cannot get to a cemetery, because I know other people around the world are watching this and they can't get to a cemetery. You can throw this away in a cemetery or you can leave it out. But if you can't get to a cemetery, you toss this out of your house, throw it away in your house. But here's the thing. Don't throw it away inside your house. Maybe you want to wait till trash day to do the spell so that you can toss it out the night before the trash man comes pick it up, because you're going to want this away from your house. Then the spell is complete. Once you go to court, you're going to notice a big ass difference in the people's names that you put inside this tongue. You're going to notice that they're not going to be able to speak against you. And if they try, everything's going to be non-coherent. And the opposing side, which is, they're not going to be successful in the words that they're going to speak against you. People want to know if this works. I can prove to you that it does. Look up Pastor Logan Wesley of Texarkana, Arkansas. That's all I got to say. Do your homework. And that right there can prove to you that this works every single time. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please feel free to hit up my email, which I will leave in the description box below, along with Thai Essentials website so that you can have your lips pop like mine do. And also the ingredients that I used in this spell. I will list that all in the description box below. My website is coming. It's under construction. And it's for the people who can't find certain items, who don't have much money, who want to save money, but they want to practice. I got you. It's coming. I promise. Also, if you hit me up in my inbox, you need to be prepared and have your big girl drawers on, because I'm not one of those fluff ass witches. I'm not the kind that's going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to give it to you like I like sex, rough and raw. Okay. I'm going to tell you exactly what it is and what it do and what it don't. If you do not want to hear the truth, do not hit me up and email me, because I'm going to give it to you like it's supposed to be given. I'm just going to be honest with you. A lot of people hit me up and they want me to tell them what they want to hear. I'm not that kind of witch. I'm actually an ethical witch. I know a lot of people may not agree, and there's, you know, some sort of battle in hoodoo on ethics and ethical code, but I think it's up to the individual. If you're asking for my opinion, I'm going to give it to you the ethical way. There are certain things I don't believe because my ancestors do not permit me to do. I'm not going to do anything to harm anybody who don't deserve it. Meaning this, if you want me to curse your man and have his dick fall off because he left you for another woman, I'm not doing that. Everybody have a right to be with who they want to be with. Again, that's a whole nother video. I might do another video on ethics one day. But yeah, I just want to tell you that this right here is not for the faint of heart. He deserves it. How dare you put your fucking hands on a woman and beat her in front of her children, and you think you want to take the kids? Nah, baby, you gonna feel me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You guys have a great night. And again, yeah, you saw my ass. I'm walking around my house comfortable as hell. I'm one of those bitches who don't give a fuck. And if you're one of those bitches who do and you think that I'm wrong, bitch, slide to the left. I'm giving it to you how the people want me to give it to you. And that's real. And that's the only way I know how to be. Thank you for tuning in. Website is under construction. And you guys have a great day. Ashe. Be safe.